Well, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper, and today I have a fantastic tip for you. Actually, two tips, but they involve the same product. And what these tips are going to do is that they are going to save you a lot of money. And the other thing that they're going to do is they're going to save the earth because you know how we have way too much packaging and we throw way too much stuff away? These tips are going to help you throw less away. So I'm really excited about it. And let's waste no more time. I wrote some stuff down on my handy dandy little chalk board. I got this thing for myself for Christmas at the St. Jacobs Farmers Market. So what you need is 99% or at least 90% and higher isopropyl alcohol. It's kind of like rubbing alcohol. And what we're going to use it for is to refill your Wink of Stella and to refill your Stampin Blends. And you will save a lot of money. Let's take a look. So this is what I have. I'm running pretty low on this. I need to get a new bottle. And I have put it into one of these little dripper things. It's got a fine tip, so that's going to help me. So what we're going to do, I think we'll start with the Wink of Stella. So when you take the Wink of Stella, you're going to, I took the lid off, and now we're just going to take the tip off. And then you see that black thing there on the end? You want to remove that. So I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool and try to dig at it a little bit. There. Okay. That loosens it up. I'm probably going to get a little glittery. Now, it's hard to tell, but mine looks like it's just about empty. Okay? So normally, you would at this point just get rid of it. So I'm going to, actually, you know what? I might not need to use that. Oh, yeah, I will. Okay, I'm just going to drop. This is more than drops, like you're just squeezing in a bunch. I just want to make sure I leave a few drops in there. It's only about half full. I could fill it more, but I'm not going to. So then you're going to carefully put this back in, give it a press, and then what did I do with the rest of it here? Now we're going to shake it. And you can fill this up once or twice, and there's enough glitter at the bottom. I'm just shaking off screen so that you don't get dizzy. And then I'm going to put it on top of, I made this card. We're just going to make one of the carrots glittery. So the other thing you can do with your Wink of Stella, there, just pour it out now. I was just going to say, I'll have to show it to you later. I think I may have just ruined this card because it really ran out. It's dripping. I squeezed too hard. Okay, I got a little carried away. Look, I've got an overflowing Wink of Stella, so don't squeeze too much. See, it says push there, but give it a bit of time. So I'm just going to try to soak up my disaster, but you can see how glittery it is. It's amazing. So I want to fix my mistake. I have a tissue here. I'm just going to dab it up a little bit, but it dries fairly quickly. So I just have a really glittery carrot now. But it really does work. So you just don't have to add as much and squeeze as hard as I did. I was a little too eager. I've got a puddle here now, but it is really glittery. Look at this. So yeah, just don't get too excited about squeezing, but it definitely works really well. Lots of glitter to go around. It's still dripping. Okay, so don't squeeze as hard as I did, and you should be fine. There. Okay, so trick number 2. Well, see, I've given you a third tip to not squeeze hard. That is with the blend. So I'm going to use my Daffodil Delight. I've got light and dark, and I even made a little tab with the before and after. This is the after, and this is the before. So I'm just going to use the brush tips. Those are the ones I use the most. This one is a little bit, getting a little worn. I've heard that you can see it's not very good. I picked a good color to refill. And then here is the dark. And you can see the tip is getting kind of wonky. So what we're going to do, I'm starting with the dark. I'm going to take my Stampin' Up! Tweezers here. And go. Pull them out. There. So now I've got my blends, and there's just an opening at the top. I have my refill. I'm going to add 3 drops of reinker. So 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to use 3 drops of 1, 2, 3. The other one, you know what? Those drops are pretty small. I'm going to add 4. There. And now I'm just going to push this right back in again. You know what? I might just use my fingers. No, maybe not. Yeah, it's getting a little wonky. I'm going to use my fingers and push it in. All right. Okay, I was making a bit of a mess with my tweezers, so I've decided to just use my fingers. So we're just slowly pushing it back in. Okay, so now put the lid back on. We're going to give it a bit of a shake. And I'm just going to lay it upside down here for a minute. Oh, stand still. Okay, so now we're going to use the light, daffodil delight. And let's grab the tip. There. And we're going to do the same thing. So 3 drops of reinker. 1, 2, 3. Now, I do have to say, of course, we only have 1 color of refill. 1, 2, 3, 4. I do think these drops are a little smaller. I might even add 5. That'll give you a bit of a lighter shade too. Okay, now let me go right back in again. I'm going to use my fingers. This is my oldest Daffodil Delight. Now I have one that's not quite as old. I find that when they're really, really old and they haven't been used, they get really flexible and then they don't refill very well. So in the spirit of true transparency, I'm going to throw the really old one away and I'm going to try it with this one here. And this one is a lot more solid. It has no squish. You can even see, look at the difference. Look, can you see that? I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit of a, here. The sun is really shining, but I'm going to zoom in on that so you can see, and then you can see if your blend is to the point that it's like this and fluffy, that's not going to work anymore. It's too far gone. So you want one that needs to be coming out pretty stiff. So I'm just going to throw that out. And now we're just going to put that back in. Yeah. Perfect. So now I'm going to turn it upside down and give it a shake. And then let's see what happens. All right. And then I'm just going to pause this. I'm going to wash my fingers, my hands, and then that'll give the blends a few minutes to sit, and then we're going to try and see how they turned out. Okay. Okay, so while we're waiting for those blends to just absorb a little bit, I thought I would try the Wink of Stella again because I really did mess it up. So I have this card, and I'm just going to add a little, still a little bit juicy. So I'm just going to spread that around, and then there. And I don't know if I was too hasty and didn't shake it, but I know my friend Pat did this at our retreat, and her Wink of Stella was just amazing. So I think maybe mine is really old, and I need to shake it a little bit more. But trust me, the transformation was stunning. There's just so much glitter left in the bottle that you can use it again and again and again. So that's really good to know. And the other thing you can do, you can also use it as an aqua painter afterwards because it's a beautiful tip. So you can just fill it with water, and then you can blend with inks, and it's just wonderful, and shimmery white paper. Okay, so let's try this. This is the before and here is the after. So here's the light, although I did the light one last. Let's do the dark one first. And then you can see, oh yeah, it's really nice. Look at the difference in color in the shade. It's much more intense. And here's the light. So way better than that. Like there, you can barely see it. So I would say that this is a really good way to extend your blends. I'm guessing you could probably only refill a few times. I don't know. I'm going to keep trying it and see. But it's definitely a great way to extend the life of your blends. Even if you can use them for twice as long as normal, that makes it worth it. It would be wonderful if Stampin' Up! Did come with refills for our blends. I think that if you use them a lot, then your tips will get wrecked anyway. But the blends this is a great hack, and I hope you enjoy it. A lot of fun to add a little bit of this isopropyl alcohol to your Wink of Stella and to your blends. And you just need a pipette or something like this. I got these from Amazon, and they're wonderful. They're great for other alcohol techniques as well. All right, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Please share it and subscribe to my channel. That would make me super happy. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Happy stamping. And don't forget that celebration is happening right now. So when you spend $60 or $120 in Canada, you will get a free celebration item. And that goes for January and February of 2023. If you have any questions, please message me. I love to hear from you. I read all of your comments and respond to them. Community is what it's all about. All right, thanks. Bye.